My people, I no expect say I go dey here today where it be Friday o, but sake of say we need to dey hammer the matter the way it's supposed to be. That is why we have chosen that JPLIVE go represent the interest of the people where dey for the diaspora, and of course predominantly the people where dey for Italy. Our voice must be heard collectively as one. So because of that, my people, make I not go talk too much and never salute to now. Make I salute to now in all the languages when I will understand, even if I not fit, but I will talk them the way I know. For those who are there for morning, good morning. When I want to speak another language, I not go fail. For those who are there for afternoon, good afternoon. For those who are there for evening, good evening. And as usual, for those who are there for good night, I beg, make una never sleep. Make una join us today. Make we still do this matter the way it's supposed to be. Una they are aware of our program. Una they are aware of what we represent. Una they are aware of the kind of message where we circulate. Una they are aware of how we want things to better for everybody where they in Nigeria, including all of us where they for abroad. Because the countries where we dey across the globe, apart from Nigeria, we dey see differences. That's why we dey feel they stay. Some of us, they count 20 years. Some they count 10, 15, 30, and they're not even tired to go home. Waiting they cause them. Now good governance, now the people they do well, now hospitality, there must be something where they interest us, where they make us to say, okay, this country, it don't be like my second home. Because of that, the government too, they think of diaspora. So for us to say we dey for the diaspora and we not gonna get value for the system or for the things where they happen for Nigeria or the transformation exercise, then you can't be like say we serve, as they talked before, say we don't know ourselves. So because of that, this message must continue, this struggle must continue, this drive must continue, and we must continue to strive for us to have a thriving country. That country in Nigeria. Now all of us now go savage jam. And that is why we they come on JPLIVE now at will. Anytime we see say yes, there's a reason for us to be here, we go keep everything aside, because in unity now we go take stand. In if we divide, we go fall. Now we need to call Akubo thing in one egbe. Oh damn, Iboma will translate them. Let us begin to translate it in all the languages that we know in Nigeria. My people, today another special day, because we get somebody that is very important, where they represent one section of the system for Nigeria, especially for this politics where we want to enter or where we don't enter. This person there for the youth, this person there for the diaspora, and they support the party where we say everybody safe. The pendulum don't they shift to that direction. So this person, we need to call and ask him some questions, even if not be question, make we discuss. So that all of us where they outside, where they for diaspora, where they for even the same Nigeria, we will not say yes, our force from abroad will add value to the one where they Nigeria to make things work out for a better Nigeria. Many of our athletes, for example, now they compete for Nigeria. They have their reasons. Some they compete because they get support from somewhere else. If that support lack, you cannot perform optimally. So because of that, my people, I don't want to talk too much today, but it's in the sweet me to talk, because we are already, engrossed with a lot of activities where they happen for Nigeria, and we are becoming to be part of it and a force to be reckoned with. So as a team, collectively we will achieve. My colleagues not here today. Chief Priest Julius Okole is not here, but Ingo, synchronize with us very quickly. And senior say here, go feel calling to go synchronize. Already we know how to take the package ourselves. So my people, this is JPLIVE, and I remain yours sincerely, Iredus JP. I don't add that one, Jonah, because that's what I did for my Facebook, and I want to appreciate the back row. So right now, the person where we want call on board, where we come before we go commercials. May I just introduce them briefly. If we don't go commercials, we come back, we will do the proper introduction. Make una know say this fish where we get so not be small fish at all. Even pass whale, it pass it and join whale and shark, everything together. It pass them. So one water not the container, because of the role where they represent right now, which is very significant for the growth and development of Nigeria, especially in this era now where we say election campaign they go on. So my people, the guest who I get today, in name na Mr. Isaac Imaswamo, they just newly given position for Labour Party. Now him be the Assistant National Youth Leader of Labour Party, and he get the role significantly where he go dey play. But now he go talk all those ones by the time we bring them on board. But meanwhile, I beg, anywhere you dey, tell your friends, call your friends, more than do the like, do whatever that you want to do to make sure that you are with us, so that this discussion or this conversation will go well. And now feel free to call in. When I say waiting talk, you sweet to now, or waiting talk, you verse now. If you verse, you answer talk. If you switch, you still call in. And the number when you call now +39 327 237 81 if you're outside the country. But if you dey for Italy, make you remember to know, say just call 327 237 8174. We dey for WhatsApp, we dey for direct. Anyhow you want to get them, you can reach out to us. So my people, let us bring on board this very person. Make una just see him face. He will say, I agree to now. Then we'll go commercials. Then from there, we hit it hard. Let's go, engineer. Oh yes. You are welcome to JPLIVE. I, Mr. Isaac Imaswamo.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me in your program, Mr. Iredis.
Yes. You laugh. You know why?
Oh, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Wonderful thing today, and I intend to make this program jump.
Thank you very much. Meanwhile, you don't already talk small about just to salute me. Maybe this one, we just banter. But meanwhile, make we go commercials. When we come back now, the proper introduction will come up, and your teaming followers, because your role is very significant now. And everybody must begin to know who you are and identify with you. And if anything they go wrong, we must have somebody where they accountable, where we go they call. And that is why you are there in that responsibility. So we want to publish you officially for the very first time to the whole world to see you. So meanwhile, we'll go commercials and come back. So be prepared to answer our questions. Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac. Yeah.
Are you looking for a professional sound equipment? Do you desire durable accessories? Are you looking for a professional audio and visual studio? Then worry no more. At Mega Point, we have in stock professional and durable speakers, piano, microphones, combos, electric and bass guitars, mixer, drums, percussions and accessories. We also offer the best in musical video production, event coverage, photography and many more. Locate us now at Mega Point Conglomerate, Via Stradella 229 and 2318 Torino, Italy. Call us on +390 1120 3422. Email us on megapointtv@gmail.com. You can also visit our website at www.megapointtv.com.
Yeah. My people, I agree to now. We are back again to start the matters in the hot. Today on a special day, I don't already introduce briefly the guest that we get today. We will do the proper introduction, then from there we enter the matter proper. Make una not forget, you are free to call in. Make una call and answer questions, because the person where we get here today, he will introduce himself and I will know who him be. So make una just relax and the matter will start off as it is hot. So my people, today as I talked before, we have Mr. Isaac Imaswamo, be the Assistant National Youth Leader of the Labour Party. Let's bring him on board. Make we start the matter as it is hot. Yes, Mr. Isaac Imaswamo, you are welcome to JPLIVE.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Yes, how about how you dey? How is America? How is Nigeria? How is Rwanda? How is Kigali?
Everywhere they bam. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm here in Atlanta today.
All right. Yes. I know say one time you go Kigali, you know, what happened for there? What was the reason? You just go play or you go see the weather there? What was happening there?
So we have an economic team, then tell us, say, make we come Rwanda, make we come meet the team, we transform Rwanda, you know, from zero, I call it from 0 to 100. You know, in 27 years ago, Rwanda had, you know, conflict internally that led to 1 million Tutsis. That today you have a country that is the best country in Africa by a mile. Perhaps not the best country in the world. You know, so they say Africa no fit one, black man no fit one. Kagame led a resistance movement across the border from Zaire to resist and defeat the people that were causing the genocide, the Hutus. And today, the country is not that fractured. You have one country that is called Rwanda, and there is no person that is called Tutsi or Hutu in Rwanda. There is a Rwanda and Rwanda. When you have that kind of situation, it gives you pride, and it gives you an opening to think that, oh, there's a revolving door. As a matter of fact, at the end of the day, we feed this kind of thing. Africa feeds one. Rwanda feeds one. At 30 million people, that there was a bitter sectarian violence, you know, family war, brother-sister war, and all of a sudden they were able to pull through. You know, the greatest transformation in the world ever seen in a country has happened 10 years ago. And is domiciled in Rwanda.
Make I stop you there. Be like say the fire go dey hot. The fire go dey hot this evening. Make you hold on there. You never introduce who you be. Let us know who you are. Let us know who we are talking to. Let us know wetin our people, the person where they ask questions. So do your proper introduction very briefly too. Because if you want to begin to expose yourself, we know if you come out for you. I know who you are. Tell us briefly who you are, please.
So my name is Isaac Imaswagbo. I attended the Edo College. I went to UNN. I did my master's degree program in America. Today, I'm a businessman. I'm a mobile application developer. I'm also a syndicated business person. My first passion is to do business. I'm an entrepreneur, or all-purpose entrepreneur. So I work in every which way that, you know, entrepreneurial spirit is right. I'm also a real estate person. I like real estate investment. And majorly now, Nigeria is calling, and the people want change, and we think that we have reached a point at the crossroads where we have to rise up in location and jump into the fray and support and give leg to the movement to deliver Nigeria for kleptocrats. Those are people that are actually going and try to steal the right of country to elect them and rob them of their assets well. So our job is to come in and try and sensitize the people, rally them, organize them, in order for them to break it and have a better country.
Yeah, politically now, where do you stand politically?
I'm the Labour Party assistant head. I lead the Diaspora Church. I represent the strategic movement, relations, fundraising, and to make sure that Diaspora is ticking, and the arm of the Diaspora outside the country does everything right by creating policies, by raising goals, by raising everything that makes Diaspora think that they can actually value Nigeria by the great man that has opened up the Labour movement, the Labour Party, and to enshrine and to make sure that Obi is able to succeed and deliver government in 2023 in February. And will be part of that cabinet. So the faces of the new Nigeria looks like even you, Iradia, and myself, that is sitting right here.
So thank you very much, Isaac Imaswamo. And my people, make I let you know this very thing. The man that they talk to, so we attended the same school at Edo College, and I'm proud to be your schoolmate, my brother. You are doing well, and apart from that now will not be the reason why I can bring you on board. But for the fact that there is this value right now, there is this message, there is this, agreement for Nigeria, and you can represent a very significant sector for this exercise, which of course you dey occupy the diaspora Nigerians, and in the same vein too you dey occupy the youth. So to put it in perspective, your responsibility is very high. So how you go fit take put them together? How can you harness it and make sure say you galvanize the youth and the diaspora for the success of your candidate?
So as I will borrow the language of Charlie Boy, our Mumu don't do. And at the back of that, we went to Abuja, we saw light. Nigerians came out with droves. By the count, they came out like 3 million. And Abuja streets were totally covered by the activities of rally movers, obedient movers, and Nigerians that have risen up from the grassroots with the groundswell of the change in the country. So Nigerians are saying that there is no need for us to have kleptocrats, that the era of Agbada policy is over. And it looks like the people who are taking over. We are not generally trying to pretend. We are squaring up. We are positioned just now to lead Nigeria to the new generation. And for the work we have done in Abuja, in Lagos, in Benin, in Edo State, in Esa, and across Nigeria, from Bolji to Gongola, from Gongola to Zamfara, from Zamfara to Lagos to the heartland, we've shown that your obedient movement is organic and is intrinsic in the life of Nigerians, and we'll do it to deliver Nigeria by 2023 by all means necessary. Everybody who's angling around is a pretender. So by that choice alone, we have also mobilized ASU. We challenged the status quo, and just recently, a few hours ago, ASU called, the strike at the back of what we are doing at the PNG. And thanks to what we are doing, the students are going back to school in the next 72 hours. So it's no gain saying that the ingredients of the obedient movement is already taking root. And you can see that in all aspects. In declaring your head theft in Nigeria, in having us to go back to school, and then in everything that we are doing, even in the streets of Nigeria. So this is a big deal. And we represent that and we stand by it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac Imaswagbon. Actually, this very question too, you don't already give us small answer. What we are concerned about now is that you dey talk of Nigerians in Nigeria. So Nigerians in the diaspora, how you go fit take galvanize? How you go fit take influence them? How you go fit take put your machinery in motion in making sure say this set of Nigerians, they will wake up to, they'll come up to speed to make sure say your candidate emerge as the president of Nigeria. Where you have a responsibility. How do you intend to manage this situation?
Our answer is in a two parts. Number one is, I remember as a small boy, those days in Edo College, when we were about to go to do JAM, go to HSC, and get into university. There's this passion, everybody was living in Nigeria. I'll be bothering my sister, I want to go to London, I don't want to finish school, I don't even want to get to university, even though I passed JAM. At the end of the day, we ended up in America after university, after NYC. My sister ended up, my senior sister, you go her, she ended up in London. Today, she wants to go back to Nigeria. She have a passport. There is a living for no country to go to. That's how the court and the captain for Nigeria. Nigerians cannot necessarily go back. It's a disgrace. Not waiting that they proud of, not waiting I they proud of, not waiting they proud of. Today is the day. I know the hunger and the stomach morning is to go back to Benin, to go back to Nigeria and perform the CCTV from the land that created you. But the problem we have is that there's a fact. The country is not stable, economic sector is in shambles, government is not in place, the country doesn't function. We are not saying that for the first time in the history of Nigeria, there is a passage for all of that to happen, and we can make it happen. So, to answer your question, if Nigeria becomes well and whole, people in diaspora will find issues. So Nigeria has to be well for diaspora to work. The diaspora that you are talking about came by necessity. 98% of Nigerians who came to America and who came to Europe, they came by way of necessity. It's not by choice. Once Nigeria is Nigeria become boom, Nigerians will go back home. Nigeria is a great country, it has the potential to line up side by side with America, shoulder to shoulder, head to head. It's a matter of maybe in the next few months we'll start calling Nigeria aside across communications to discuss among community organizations, from America to discuss the it's right now. Nigeria is but we stand in the precipice of challenge and precipice of opportunity to rid Nigeria of kleptocrats and people who are spread Nigeria.
Thank Mr. Isaac. It be like say we not today hear you. I know that you don't amplify your voice. Huh? You don't amplify your voice. We not today hear you. Either you have to disconnect something so that you go to hear us clearly. You know, when people go to hear you, our teaming fans outside, they talk say they don't hear you, and you know, say in America you did nothing. We not go feel here from America.
Make I take a near mouth. Make I take a near my mouth.
Okay. Oh, yeah, talk. Make I hear.
Can
Hello.
You hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me well?
We can hear you now. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear. If you get close too much, we know we'll see your face again. That's another thing.
Can you hear me very well?
Yes, we can hear you now. It's okay. It's okay. Let us continue. If anything happen again, we will let you know.
My wife just told me it's not live.
Yes, you understand. So that's it. So you must do something. Now your end today, not be our end here, because you didn't hear me clearly. Not be our end. So you need to do something.
I know nothing they happen. I know they online.
You are very okay like this.
Okay, I'm good.
Are we okay? You are good like this. You are good to go like this. Are we okay? Engineer.
Yes, sir.
Say something. Say something.
Hey, how are you doing in the radio?
I'm fine. Engineer, is that okay? Okay, the people will decide. Let us go. So, Mr. Isaac, you don't already bring up small matter. You don't talk about how things go work out. But first of all, there's something where I miss as we start the conversation. Make I first officially even congratulate you for your for that position where you occupy. It is not easy that you come out from diaspora. You know, you can't go back to Nigeria and you go occupy that significant position. It's very, very significant, especially for the life of the party and the life of the people, the youth and the people who are there for diaspora. That's one a big responsibility. As I talked before, how you go fit reach out to this group of Nigerians, the people in the diaspora and the youth? How you go fit reach out to them? What will be the parameter? What are you looking at?
Now big job. I'll be saddled with the responsibility to combine all diaspora worldwide. The idea is to make sure that I have people like yourself, someone like you are an active member of the community, Nigerian community in Italy.
Yes.
If I have someone like you, all of a sudden my job has been cut in half. If I have someone like you in France or in Paris, all of a sudden my job has been cut in half in Paris and in France. If I have someone like me in Beijing or in Shanghai, my job has been cut in half. So on and so on. We are here in America. I have people who are organically ingrained everywhere in America that I can activate, which I've already started doing. I've activated you. You know, you are already there in Italy. Paul Okoye is your partner. There is there. In China, I have people. They have activated 2 people. So this is not something. I'm not going to be present everywhere in the world. Labour Party believe that I can do this. They vested the power onto me, and they believe that I can make things happen. And I'm going to make my presence felt as much as possible, both here and anywhere else that I can. If wherever I cannot be here, I'll make sure that people like yourself will help me handle, so that the impact of our messaging, our manifesto, will be felt ingredient everywhere across the country, around the world.
Okay. Yes, that's another good one. You know, say the Labour Party for the election where they come, they are going to be confronted, or they will face a very formidable adversaries because of the 2 political parties where they don't strong gidigba for ground. And your responsibility now to speak to the youth. And you know, say the responsibility of the youth where some people don't carry before, now to do some kind things. How you go fit take convince them, make them forget that kind behavior, to now know that we need a viable community without shishi.
You are asking for something that has already been taken care of by Nigerians themselves. Nigerians have created a groundswell, an organic movement, a populist movement, inherent, first time history of Nigeria. Nothing like this has ever happened. You go down in history as a sweeping approach by Nigerians themselves to deliver government of their own choice among themselves. They've risen up, they've chosen their own leader, they've decided that this is going to happen. If that leader fails them, Nigerians have also decided that they will sack that leader and apprehend him, send him away, and then choose another leader that will also help them to achieve their future goals and objectives. So, having answered the question partially, let me answer it fully. So, what's going to happen is that based on what has happened in Nigeria, I think it's going to go down in history as something that countries are going to be studying. No one has ever seen a peaceful revolution that delivers a government such as what has happened in Nigeria. Usually, wars precede this type of thing. But what we are going to see in February is a deliverance of governance based on administrative revolution. And that's already taking place in Nigeria. We don't need mobilization. The Nigerians are already riled up. There's already a groundswell of support. The irrelevant parties in APC and PDP are going to stay irrelevant. For the next 16 years, there's going to be a double change of leadership that will represent Labour Party, and Nigeria would have been regenerated, disassembled and reassembled, and there will be a new culture in Nigeria through social engineering that will create a groundswell of new fortitude for the country to emerge from the shadows.
This one is this thing where you talk, so the thing is sweet, and the people that are listening, the people that are watching you, the people where you go even watch you later, they get reason to believe all these that you have just said. But considering Nigeria and the political dynamics, you think say this thing, you talk of 16 years, do you think say this thing go kickstart just immediately, or is going to be a systematic approach if eventually your principal win?
So what's going to happen is that the discussion just started. Obi is not going to have all the answers to Nigerian problems. He's going to be one-time or two-time president. Nigerians will have the answers to themselves. At the back of the movement that have given leg to Labour Party and
Mr. Isaac, do me one favor, please. Do me one favor. Our now I can see your obedience. Now somebody's talking. Let us see. The sound is echoing. Yeah, your own voice the echo. You put am for speaker or how you take day? Sorry, please.
I'm not waiting. Hold on.
No, turn am back on the way you felt day before. Now it's okay. Okay, this one is.
I'm not doing anything.
Is it on speaker or you put something for ear?
I don't get anything for anything.
You now speaker your phone dey. Are you speaking to the speaker?
My house now like my house. My house not the studio. My house now like.
No, what thing I dey talk? The phone wey you dey carry, e dey speaker?
No, it's not the speaker.
Ah, all right, okay.
Hold on, let me check. Let me make sure. Hold on.
Yeah. Anyway, some people they say dem dey okay, some say dem not dey okay. Turn am again, turn am the way it be. All right, let us go like that. Let us go. If you begin tampering, it might not go well. But make them they see your face. Make them they go back small. Make them see your face. I want make them they know who they. All right, and you carry your phone near body, then so to say, then we are good to go.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I did bad.
All right, that's fine. So anyway, you get anything to add to the question we asked before, or let us go to the next one?
So basically, Iradia, the question of what were the parties, the APC and PDP? Okay, what is Nigerians going to do? Nigerians are going to vote for Asiwaju, or Nigerians are going to vote for what's his name, Atiku. The idea that is why the organic movement happened. Never seen in the history of all our life. From the time you were a small boy, to the times that my dad told me stories about Nigeria, and now that we are grown, that somehow the caricature of these people who are kleptocrats, people who steal the government of Nigeria, who steal the money of the people, who steal the assets, they are going to find a way somehow to manufacture themselves back to power.
Engineer, lower your stuff there. So anyway, Isaac, yeah, I do. Yeah, it will not happen based on what you talk. and our people, they listen to you and are making comments, which of course you will see eventually, and some of your friends too. I am very sure that they are on board, that they listen, that they watch what they go on right now. Based on your position now, your brother, because you talk about PDP, you talk about APC, and you talk about, your concern is that there is no relevance in other political parties. But your own brother, Kenema Swambo, what they call rice man for Edo State, now PDP day. And you now come be chieftain for Labour. Are you at peace with each other, or how now go fit take resolve this matter when it comes to politics?
My brother is my brother. That's not going to change. We were born into the same family. I love my brother. He loves me. There's no, I'm a grown man. When I married my wife, I married my wife. When he married his wife, he married his wife. When he get political choice, get political choice. When he born children, he born children. When I born my own, I born my own. When he choose career, I choose career. When he go in, I go in shooter. When he serve for wherever I serve for Rainbow. Our lives don't intersect when it comes to choices. Our life begins as brothers and remains like that. It won't change. My brother is my brother. I love him to death. I'm sure he loves me to death. If people are asking questions, it's just because of our divergence of views, our opinion of the political landscape. So my brother is great. He's a wonderful guy, and I wish him good luck. And let the best man win. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, okay. If the best man is going to win, and who you think will be the best man will win? Which means, are you going? If you say that you go win, are you going to defeat your brother? If your brother say that you are going to defeat you, is your brother going to defeat you?
Labour Party will defeat the two useless parties that are in Nigeria that will go into oblivion for 16 years. If they recalculate themselves and come back, then they will become a good competitor. But as it is right now, Labour Party has a brilliant future. And the party that my brother currently supports, is PDP. PDP is not going to win. I sympathize that he's not going to win, but the fact is that this is for Nigerians. It doesn't have anything to do with my brother.
Okay. Politically speaking, two of una day, but talking as a family, you are together, you are united. Because just that when it comes to politics, people want to know whether una divide una self. If it don't happen for this side, go happen for this side, una still dey inside the game.
No, me and my brother did not have a formal arrangement. If you know my brother, he's very opinionated, he's stubborn, he's resolute whenever he's doing things. Perhaps it comes from the family, it comes from our DNA. I'm also resolute with my decision, with where my interest lies, and with what I support and my belief. I believe that the groundswell that is represented by the obedient movement is the future of Nigeria. That the people that have spoiled Nigeria before, they don't have any goal, they don't have any future in the state of Nigeria moving forward. And that's how it stands.
So when
it's not an issue of testing it. You can see it, you can feel it. Everybody, including the useless people that represent Nigeria, they all feel it, they see it, they know what their future like. They belong to the past and we belong to the future.
So actually, where you go from work from? Are you going to be working from Nigeria? Because Nigeria and the people who are there for abroad, the distance is quite long. Where you go to work from? Where be your operative center or operational center?
I'll be operating from Nigeria. I will connect with people in diaspora whenever need be. If I'm needed in Turin, if I'm needed in Rome, if I'm needed in Paris, if I'm needed in London, if I'm needed in Toronto, Beijing, if I'm needed in Shanghai, if I'm needed anywhere else in the world, Dusseldorf, Nuremberg, if I'm needed anywhere else in the world, I'll appear there, I'll perform my civic duty to the party, I'll deliver the goods, I'll return home with the goods. But in the meantime, our preeminence remains in Nigeria and with Abuja as the headquarters.
Yes, actually, make I come to this one. You tell us when you start just now, say you go Kigali and I go see how the system will function. Are you aware to say the president, Paul Kagame, he don't do for many years? What you can see, you not to say that because of long-term, investment, now give them that advantage, or what do you think? In Nigeria now we need a change, but there they don't get government where it don't take way. So what how you want to marry the two together in terms of democracy?
So I'll tell you what I spoke to drivers, I spoke to market women, I spoke to workers in the street, I spoke to flower men, I spoke to gardeners, I spoke to hoteliers, I spoke to everybody in Kigali. What I came away with is that they believe that, as a matter of fact, they are ruining the laws of Kigali even before he retired. Kigali has signaled, sorry, Kagame has signaled that he will soon be retiring. And when he retired, that he's not going to pick a successor, he's not going to put life into a successor, rather the people of Rwanda will do that. But the thing is that what I've seen in Rwanda is that the people are so connected to it that they feel a sense of loss, that when Kagame leaves, somehow maybe things will be the same again, or maybe things will be the same. But they are afraid because from where they are coming from, everything they've ever known since Rwanda became independent from genocide, it has always been Kagame. So no wonder they feel like that. I sympathize with them, I understand their pain, and I understand their fear. My own opinion about Kagame is that no one man has the absolute solution to a country's problem. I think there's another Kagame somewhere waiting in the wings for Rwanda, because the seeds have been sown and there's a system in place.
Yeah, you don't think, say, as you talk, so I agree with you, and some other people feel agree with you, or I feel less agree with you. But the point is, I know, say, the consistency we're there for Rwanda. Let us talk on that first of all before we go again to the next question. The situation we're there for Rwanda now, because say consistency there for the government. You know, say in our own political system here, if one government come out, the project and the achievement or their program, their trajectory, or their mark, they go, the other party will come, go stop them. You know, go do them again, automatically it go truncate the progress of waiting the people want enjoy. So in this circumstance now, if a new person come from another party, he not can work leverage on the one we don't fit dig ground before. How do you think about the fluidity of Nigeria's progress?
So the world thrives on democracy, and the aspect of democracy is that of continuous change and development, whether it's party change or individual change or candidate change. The aspect of what happened in Rwanda is that of interest to be studied for a long time. It's very peculiar and unique. So it's a one-off situation, and it resembles that has occurred maybe in countries in the Far East or in Asia. But the only difference is that it happened in Africa, and it is democratic. It's what the people wanted. So defining it and using it to arrest the situation that might occur in Nigeria without us actually experiencing that same type of gift might be out of place. Let's wait for February 25th, 2023 and see what Nigerians say. I do believe that Nigerians will say affirmatively that they want the obedient movement to be entrenched in power by way of a revolving door in Labour Party and in Obi. If that happens, I'm predicting a 16-year reign of Labour Party in government on unprecedented devices that will be swooped into force that will deliver Nigeria.
Yeah, okay, that is okay. That's okay. Let us move ahead, because why I ask the question, because where una go study, or where you go for the economic summit, you don't see how things they go on for there. And actually, to Paul Kagame, as somebody we admire a lot, based on the track records and what he don't put together. When you talk about Kigali, when you talk about even for Tanzania, you talk of John Pombe Magufuli. You know, those people now, the people where actually they like to embrace. And if you go Kenya too, now right now said there's a sweep, you know, across Africa. If you look Malawi, Mutarika, you look Kenya now, William Ruto is there now, and you look where's the other place? The last one too. Things they change, you know, positively. So now,
is that the idea that Africa does not have standard to bring democracy or a standing delivery to serve the people and deliver the people and the continent of Africa, country to country, has become a lie. To start by what you said, Ghana, Rwanda, Kagame is an example. It's a revolving door that even countries in Far East and in Europe are bringing to go to study what really happened there. Can we learn to see what happened in Rwanda, to redefine how democracy is seen and how people are inspired to line up behind their leader to succeed as a country. So it's something that has to be looked at here, rather than stupidly following the aspects of democracy as we see it elsewhere in the world.
Yes. Okay. In another sense, again, I want to understand that whatever we do in terms of trying to borrow from another country, we are doing it with the interest that their knowledge and their idea over the years, now we try to grasp, to make sure say we take add value to Nigeria, because most people feel say the political terrain, the development is a little bit slow, and the ideology behind it na something where many people know they agree with, but we look forward say things go work. But meanwhile, make we go for market, go buy something, we a little bit of advert. As soon as we finish that, we come back again. So just hold on, my brother.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you looking for a professional sound equipment? Do you desire durable accessories? Are you looking for a professional audio and visual studio? Then worry no more. At Mega Point, we have in stock professional and durable speakers, piano, microphones, combos, electric and bass guitars, mixer, drums, percussions and accessories. We also offer the best in musical video production, event coverage, photography and many more. Locate us now at Mega Point Conglomerate, Via Stradella, 229 and 2318, Torino, Italy. Call us on +390 1120 3422. Email us on megapointtv@gmail.com. You can also visit our website at www.megapointtv.com.
My people, we salute you now. We welcome you back. I make una remember say you are on JPLIVE, and the person where we dey talk to today, this evening, na Mr. Isaac Imaswagbon, na him be the Assistant National Youth Leader for Labour Party, and this responsibility na very humongous one, and because of that, now we say no, this one will not pass us by. Make we be say na we be the trailblazer where we first begin to interview and ask him some pertinent questions, especially for the role where we occupy in terms of strategy and when it comes to engaging the Nigerians in the diaspora. Now make us bring them on board today, and meanwhile we're already going forward. They don't try to explain a lot of the issues where you feel say they work well, and some of the issues where you feel say you will feel catapult in principal to stardom in becoming the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come next year. And we can still ask some questions where concern where you don't go work, where you don't go, where they don't send and go like Kigali. That government where they there to not be government where don't dey for 4 years, they can't come out. It don't dey for a very long time. What do you think? Not because in a consistency or because the people they cry for change. Maybe the change not for go well with them. But he has been able to explain himself, talk say not be so, but systematically we will feel arrive there based on our own system for Nigeria too. So make we bring them back again, make we continue the questions and answer time. And I dey call them discussion because not be saying an exam now we they do. So my brother Isaac, you are welcome back to JPLIVE, and with the system you dey enjoy the atmosphere, and we are happy too. That is the atmosphere where we actually want. That is why you see many people they clamor for a better Nigeria. You dey lick ice cream now in a very peaceful environment. So that is how Nigeria is expected to be. So let us go forward. You don't answer to some pertinent questions where we like to know about your antecedents before you come become who you be and the prospect where you get for your candidate. But make we ask you this very direct one. How you go fit tell us, the vision of your principal Peter Obi for Nigeria? Wetin be vision? You don interface with am all this while before you get yourself into this position. You go don interface with am. Una don hear one on one. Wetin be vision for Nigeria? Make we hear from your own mouth apart from himself, because na only him we dey lis ten to sometimes.
The primary vision of Peter Obi is to be a good manager, a disciplined manager, a resourceful manager. Somebody wey go fit come in, now by himself he talk this, all people they talk am. He say he know the prices of crayfish, tomato, banana, and pepper for market. Somebody wey know this kind of thing. If you go tell am say pepper na perhaps 100 naira, but pepper na actually 50 naira. When you submit a proposal for requisition, you go change am to 50 naira. Add another 75 kobo to am for transport or the extra things wey you need to spend. Now that kind of person, now we need that is disciplined, resourceful, and that can manage Nigerian resources. Because right now, Nigeria has gone broke.
Yeah, sorry. Now you dey talk this one. Now you dey talk this one on wetin you say now, on wetin intel you say na be vision.
So number one, because we have history of performance in Anambra, I can go by that. I can go back and check. It took me 4 months to verify who I'm going to support. It took me 4 months to study the organic nature of the obedient movement before I jumped into this thing. So I studied Peter. I met him before now when he started running. I've already known him from my brother, from what my brother says about me. And my brother has been in politics for a while. Then also I've had to study him. I follow Nigerian politics from here in Atlanta. And I found out that this is someone who is disciplined, who we can work with, who can trust the country to. And beyond naysayers and people who are trying to blur the lines and create propaganda out of nothing. Now this is somebody who truly believes in his country, who will do well to manage Nigeria, and who extract the value of people who can help him to build a Nigeria, a governance that Nigerians can be proud of. Perhaps similar to what Kagame did, it might be organically different from what might happen in Nigeria. But there is hope because we have that character that Nigerians can support, and we will do well to serve as a Nigerian servant. This is a man that says he doesn't want to be called excellency, even after he served as a governor. This is a man who doesn't want to be given a seat in the aircraft. He just wants to sit amongst everybody. This is a man that just wants to do and act like a normal person, not looking up and wearing agbada and waiting to be serenaded. So you have antecedents, you have history, you have performance, and you have something to go by. And then above all, you have a resume. And then I've met him one-on-one several times. And because I'm able
what he don't tell you principally, what he don't tell you, say yes, this is my vision for Nigeria.
He said when he entered, so this kidnapping will end, Boko Haram will end. He explained to me what he's going to do. He told me that he will manage Nigeria well, and then the couple attributes of governance by way of economics will become a capitalist system that yields results for the country. Oil will end. All these things that has undercut Nigeria over time, will become a thing of the past. I have looked at the man's eye, and I can see that he meant what he said, and I believe him. And because I'm a very intuitive person, and God gave me those gifts, I believe that Peter Obi will work well for Nigeria. I won't be doing this if I don't believe in him.
Okay, you don't talk about kidnapping, insecurity. This one center on insecurity. When it comes to unemployment, Mr. Isaac, when it comes to unemployment, when it comes to infrastructural development, when it comes to fighting corruption, when it comes to stabilizing Nigeria so that they go fit dey compete with other civilized climes, una don discuss this kind of area, because not be only one thing that dey bedevil Nigeria now. Apart from insecurity, there are some other issues too where e be say Nigeria need make dem take couple up Nigeria, make the thing dey function effectively. Una not discuss that one too.
Nigeria as of this moment doesn't function. It took a long time for them to disassemble Nigeria and destroy it. This is not going to be Obi's calling card. Obi is going to only introduce and create a pathway for Nigeria to stay better. That is why what you said was very important. When you said there has to be continuity. Beyond OB, what happens then? Would there be a break in transmission? Would the effort end to recalculate, regenerate, and recalibrate? What we are saying is that we are going to have a contract with Nigeria. We are going to make OB to sign a contract with Nigeria to answer your fears and everything. We'll put a paper on the table. There will be a declaration at a national celebration and announcement to international community and Nigeria and Africa that OB has a contract with young Nigeria. That here today, that he is going to do everything, all the principal statement and policy statement, objective goals, that he's going to achieve them at the back of what the obedient people and Nigeria have done. It's not an issue of what has happened in the past, where people just do anything they like, all commerce game, people behave anyhow, whatever it is, it's okay, and then you overload and overplay Nigerians, and then just do anything you want and walk away free of charge. This time around, there will be a contract with Nigerians signed by Peter Obi. If I don't believe him, I won't be asking and saying that. I'm going to, even as part of Labour Party, I'm going to make sure I champion that objective. And Peter Obi signs the contract with Nigeria to be able to do well. What he says he will do it. If Obi doesn't do well, I personally, as I'm leading the church to make sure he's voted into power, I also know that he's voted out of power. This is not an issue of nepotism or cronism. It's an issue of competence and performance. And we stand at the court of history to deliver for Nigeria.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Isaac Imaswabo, if you look at the social contract where your principal, Peter Obi, they try to sign with Nigerians right now, from consumption to production, the emphasis don't do everywhere. We've seen that enough. It don't go America, it don't go Europe, it don't go Asia, it don't go everywhere. They talk from consumption to production. Under which parameter? How it will fit the function in the system where it be say, lacuna don't dey in terms of that area? How it will fit galvanize within this space of time to put Nigeria on a good stead?
He's also said these things are simple. It's just that we walked away from the principles of a direct relationship with governments and people. So it's very simple. If the universities has research and development, the parameters that drive universities and colleges and technical colleges, you start a journey from consumption to production, and then you have relationship between demand and supply. If you have that, all of a sudden you lay the framework of a federal economy that will do. But once you generally walk away from these principles, where universities are they are not treated like anything. Because the people who are ruling Nigeria, they don't understand the principle of university, colleges, polytechnic, and technical colleges. They think that somehow it's a distraction. They think it's common sense to use in growing a country. But we have seen that has failed the country. So we are.
Yeah, I think there's a network problem. There's a network problem, and I know say our guests will come back again, because in America I did. Even if you do Nigeria too, he will still arrange himself, because I trust his capacity. So go ahead. This is your coffee where you drink. I've been a pineapple you drink. So my people, let's bring up our guests, because the matter don't interest our viewers, and we want to make him continue to tell us the very, very answer to the question we ask him. So go ahead, Mr. Isaac.
So, like I said, the school, universities, R&D, and then the basis for funding colleges, building a very country, always starts with education. Nigeria has what? Less than, from the last time, they said they have like that 50% of funding for education, their yearly budget. Countries that are already stable, they are already first world countries, they are industrialized countries. Most of them are between 6.2 and 6.5% in funding of education, their yearly budget. Instead, Nigeria is way down in the ladder. Nigeria that needs everything it can get to be able to do things in education. They don't have it together. Funding is down. Lecturers are not taken care of. There is no research and development. Even infrastructure, the buildings, the roads. The students are not taken care of. Nigeria has to go back to the basics, make it better, use new technology, use new findings, use new objectives, use new best practices to develop the country. And some of those things will be brought to bear with this new administration, headed by Peter Obi. He has spoken to that and said he will do that. And once
Okay.
that is done, the aspect of saying there is no employment, people are lacking, they come out, there's no school, people are underemployed. It comes from being undereducated. It comes from being underfunded in the university. It comes from having no infrastructure and not having equitable resources to drive the education department in Nigeria. Once you do that, all of a sudden things will start being solved. It starts with school, it starts with education.
Mr. Isaac, actually, let us go to this. You know, say your principle actually to not be Labour Party from start. It start from other political parties too. You know, so how, you know, people they look at from that perspective say, this man, he don't first, romance with some of these people. If he can't get this position too, this in old friends, what you think he will do to them? Is he going to retain them? Is he going to throw them away? Is he going to put them in the dustbin of history? Or how will they handle them actually when he becomes the president? Because he don't dine and wine with them before.
I'll answer it in two parts. For instance, I used to support my brother who was between APC and PDP. So does that force me to be someone who is progressive or who is like obedient? The answer is no. I supported my brother because he has beliefs, and I feel that because he's my brother, I needed to support him. Where should Obi have been? He was already vested in the political movement and aspects of Nigeria, which you or myself would have participated in those capacities. But we did not, because we didn't do it. Obi came out and brought himself out. There were two ruling political parties that made sense. And he decided to run to one of those parties. Became a governor, and as a governor, he come out, he in the political sphere. Then he became a vice presidential candidate for one of the candidates that is running. Then as time went on, he didn't like what was going on in the PDP. He decided to go into it. And as God will have it, the obedient movement gave him legs and framework to operate. And it has gained in its bounds, and that's where we are. So there are no questions asked. People have to position, for people to stand up and say they want to represent their country or participate in government, should be heralded, it should be praised. The only problem I have is people who do it based on kleptocracy, the aspect of stealing and using people for their own personal gain, which is very criminal. So Nigeria has been run as a criminal state. It's the first time we are beginning to see, the advent of clear governance that will help the people be able to emerge from the childhood activities.
Mr. Isaac, actually, this one takes us to this very fundamental one where I want to ask. How you go fit manage the situation if eventually become the president, that most of these people, because the two political parties now, we don't consider and say they be devil, they be witch, they be many things, we don't label them, So if in French where they this party can't decide to come over, how you go fit manage them if they get the propensity to commit that kind of thing where they draw Nigeria back? How you go fit manage them if the thing dey their DNA already, unless or you want to discard them?
I'll answer this question based on my own understanding and what I will expect.
Okay.
He hasn't answered me, he didn't tell me what he's going to do with that.
Okay.
What I will expect, based on the contract with Nigeria, Obi will be disallowed to allow people that to come from corrupt party practices into Labour parties that we are trying to make whole. We won't allow that to happen, based on my own standing and based on the understanding I have with you. The Labour Party activists also sympathize and have the same understanding with myself. Now, my principal has told me what he will do with that, because that question has been before. Now that you have asked that question, at some point in this engagement, I'll go back to him and ask him, what do you intend to do with these people? Because what you're asking will happen. And one of my guys yesterday, they are contemplating that. In a few weeks towards the run-up of the campaign, towards the presidential election, you will find people crisscrossing and moving and cross-crossing. That is their calling card. They do that all the time. But if we have a contract, Obi, or peace contract with Nigerians will be able to prohibit that kind of behavior in order to be able to extinguish this evil of the past, past boasts of the past. Because if they come in, they are going to corrupt the body policy of Labour Party. Nigeria already has so many body policies that is corrupt. We are trying to deal with that. Nigeria is going to be characterized. There will be a social engineering of sorts in Nigeria. So we don't need people to crowd it or make it more. We don't want to make our people government the Labour Party. We will advise that.
Yeah, amplify your voice a little bit. The thing is already, we're not able to hear you again, but we do, make you just do something. I know, say, the internet matter. So make you continue. Just do one or two things there. You will be back again with us well. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so like I said, once will be part of the principles of the characterization of signing the contract with Nigeria is to make sure that we prohibit from bringing people or allowing people to come and pollute the party. The body policy is the way it is. It is still corrupt as it is. We intend to win that the party of activities or behaviors or people who are not in line with the obedient movement. The obedient movement is what's successful, and the obedient movement has to have the trophy and last say in the party at the end of the day. It's not a matter of anybody or the individual or the president. It's a matter of what Nigerian people want. This is a Nigerian situation. It's a Nigerian thing, and it's going to end with Nigeria.
Yeah, Mr. Isaac, thank you. This one, this is a personal question where I want to ask you, and many other people go to ask, and when they read the thread here, people they talk different things. You don't talk about the love you have for your brother, the affection what you get for your brother, and how you want to make your brother prosper, and you too, you prosper in your own area too. And you don't talk about you being part of the cabinet. Hopefully, God willing, say Peter Obi emerges as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How you go to deal with your brother eventually when you do cabinet? What will you do to him?
My brother is my brother. He's not going anywhere.
Bring him into government, and how will you go about how you tackle the matter? Because you don't feel leave him aside.
Just because I'm an engineer, an IT person, and my brother is a lawyer, doesn't change the fact that we are organically connected. It's there. It's there. My brother is is my father's child, and Isaac Matama, my brother's child. It belongs to the same family. The idea that somehow you have a profession, you have a political understanding different from mine doesn't create any difference. For me, you have to be different. You have to be who he is. You have to be where I am, who I am. I represent right now the principle of a new Nigeria. He is in that party that I disagree with. It doesn't mean that I disagree. You will remain my brother and I love you.
Okay, make we time not too much here our side again, because we don't appreciate the time when you don't spend because of the fact that you get many people where they call you now, especially as you did for America. You will receive so many calls because people need to work on your behalf, until you get back to Nigeria. Now, I want to ask you this question where it concerns Labour Party and Obi movement, because if you look and it be like two distinct things from the way people they look and from the perspective of the people and from other political adversaries. They talk to live obedient. The Labour Party getting own wahala, So how strong? I would say how strong is the relationship, especially because many not like political party affiliation. How strong is the connection between Labour Party and the obedient movement? Because many people they say like party, want get anything to do with party, but in they obedient. People they come from other political parties too. So what is the relationship between these two, obedient movement and Labour Party? Because you actually now you dey Labour Party, you be obedient movement member. So tell us something about the relationship.
So Labour Party is like a caption. PDP is like a caption. But the difference is that because PDP has endured two failed presidencies at the very least, APC has had two cycles that have failed. So you look at them and say, okay, what is the offer? Labour hasn't been tested, has never existed. The quality of them. because of, and then obedient gave the movement a leg. So the framework is fixed. And we believe that because we have never had a candidate like Obi in the past, it's the first time we've seen that. It does seem as if, Nigeria for the first time might have the sun setting in Nigeria. So Obi will do well to take the clamor of what the obedient movement has done for him and done for all Nigerians to run with the emblem of Labour Party to capture the White House in Nigeria come 25th of February 2023. So it doesn't really make, but to get fresh party that really have a say in Nigerian elections. Very clean, the government clean, it's social, and
Yeah, something is wrong. Something is wrong with your audio right now again. You just see anything you touch again, I will fit put us together again. Will connect us better. Go ahead. You said? Yeah, also it's okay. Now go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying that because Labour Party hasn't had any real run to achieve political offices in Nigeria, whether House of Rep, House of Senate, Governor, or President, it's a fresh party. Obi going to Labour Party has sparked an interest in Labour Party, and based on the candidates, perhaps destiny, the Labour Party now have legs and the framework and the backbone at the back of the obedient movement, which is an offshoot of the NSAS. And then there is a convergence of peoples and forces that is now in the Labour Party that will allow you to transfer of the journey of Nigeria to come to pass. And for the first time, we might actually see Nigeria that we all have always wondered, will it happen, will it ever happen in my lifetime? So that's what we are saying. If they have stolen my past from me, my future has not been used effectively, and they're taking my future. The futures of my children and my children will not be taken. So that's why we want this to occur. And we are also now saying the end of our policy is here. That the era of our father is over.
It's over. Anyway, let us end this conversation with this very brief one. Now you talk about the sun setting, in Nigeria. Sun setting in Nigeria. And you they aware, say they don't release Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted, though they never release him officially, So what do you think, what do you think about this when it comes to your principal?
So the way you're asking me what I think about it.
Yeah, what you think? You, yes.
What I think Nnamdi Kanu's situation was given life by Nnamdi Kanu's situation should have had life. But the administration gave it life.
Yeah, this very one. We need to hear you on this. And we are not hearing clearly now. I think the question you understand already. Make you just touch one or two things because we need to hear you on this one because it's very significant because of waiting with the feedback. What would the feedbacks? What would they get from here? How will this thing function? The release and what it will happen or what the effect will get on your principal. So go ahead.
I know people think that it's suspicious at this time that
engineer. Yeah. So Mr. Isaac, yes. Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
I know people are suspicious about the timing of the release of Kanu, but the way I see it is that the whole aspect of Kanu shouldn't even have gotten here where we are. Nobody's here. So what do? And they released him, and people are complaining, they are suspicious that this might be an issue without the obedient movement and all that. The obedient movement did not happen at the back of anything that Kanu did or didn't do. So if Kanu has been released, Kanu will go quietly and be peaceful. If it doesn't go quietly and be peaceful, the country have answers for such things. So as far as Obi is concerned, Obi is going to run a campaign devoid of Kanu and IPOB or violence or anything resembling that. Obi is a Nigerian who is a person who is patriotic and nationalistic. He stands for values and he stands for aspirations and developmental goals that will fit all the aspects of Nigeria, whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, TDS, or anyway. It doesn't have anything to do with sectional issues. So people that are propagating sectional issues The country is a constitutional state. It has ways of dealing with stuff like that. I will expect that Kanu is released. Finally, that the administration has done the needful, and Kanu will go back and be settled and be at peace and do his thing and do it peacefully. And he will not do anything to excite or incite problems in the election. Besides that, any of support or influences of the election. That's my personal interest. That's my personal opinion.
Mr. Isaac Emaswagbo, I want to thank you very much for coming on JPLIVE this evening. And actually, this conversation is very electrifying, and we enjoy them so much. And I'm very sure, say, our teaming fans, supporters, friends, and commenters, they will get room to talk on this very issue. If not now, because most of them, they might be busy to watch now because of, say, they don't come from work, they want to talk to families, and someone do other things. But I'm very sure that from now henceforth till maybe next week again, until we meet again, I'm very sure that the viewership will don high, and you will fit still dey go there to go see wetin people dey talk, so that you can you can add your value to it, because your responsibility now is cut across the whole world, not only Nigeria, but for every Nigerian, anywhere they dey. Just like as I'm here now, if I have any reason to question Labour Party, as somebody in the diaspora, I'm very sure say that you are go direct am to. So in doing that, you have a very huge responsibility and a very big task, and we look forward to you will fit maximize your potentials, put this in perspective, and let people enjoy this position where you did so to the best or to the fullest. So in doing so too, we will cut them short for here because we don't get time. But we look forward to have you again, and of course, perhaps bring you together with another political party member where we so our fit, cross-fertilize ideas, talk about Nigeria, and tell us the values where our candidates get individually. Because it's very important, and at campaign time we do so, and you must wear that toga of responsibility to make sure, say, you talk about your candidate. But meanwhile, as it be say, will be Ecoba, am I right? Ecoba. And our friend Philip Wadia, let us wish him well, make him get well soon, and make it get over in a small issue where he get now. We wish him well. So what do you have to say? Send a message to him, Philip Wadia. Send a message to him.
I'm giving you a shout out, Philip Wadia. If you need anything, you need to talk to us to excite in order to jump up and start feeling better. Please give me a call. I'll be calling you as I always do. God bless you.
Yeah, to our friends too, to our brothers when we will go school together that are scattered across the globe. What do you get to tell them, and tell me something too as I'm talking to you.
Hello, guys. Ecoba 85. I hail you guys. I greet you. One of you is the Labour Party right now, the foremost party in Nigeria that has the blessing to be the movement. Don't be shy, contribute, do well, and join the. We are here, bro. And I am at the top of history, representing collectively as you guys push me forward. So also with the blessing of grace, remain strong and fervent. After you radio,
I know they hear this radio. I know hear well. I know hear well. Do your phone well. I want to hear that one when you talk. I want to hear that last time. Repair your phone well.
As for you, radio, you are the revolving door in Italy. So you are going to represent the Labour Party in Italy. Anything you need to do, any questions you need to ask, any support you need from the apparatus from Nigeria, from the Labour Party, we are ready to fight you. On your own, go back and meet all our friends, families there, our brothers, and sensitize them, let them give their widows' mind any support they can have, and commit it to Labour Party to win election on February 2023, because he is the one that we have right now. We must support him to be practicing for him in order to achieve the blessing of safe travel in Nigeria from all the useless. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. I don't know whether in the evening you do it for America, whether in the afternoon. So enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless you. Bye bye. So my people, yes, we just listened to somebody where it be, the youth. Assistant National Youth Leader of the Labour Party. We'll still bring on board the real National Youth Leader too. Maybe we can ask him. I think his name is Dr. Mo. He will still call him to make him come tell us about Labour Party. He will still talk about the obedient movement. And besides too, we get other people lined up where we need to interview on JPLIVE. Let us remind you people, JPLIVE is just coming. and we want all of you on board. Make una come join us. Wetin we dey do right now is not for our own purpose. We no dey get any shishi. Just like Obi not give shishi. We don't get any shishi from anybody. We are doing it out of our own volition. We dey do them with our love. We dey do them because we want a better Nigeria. We dey do them because we need a serene environment, a viable community, a workable community for where we dey and for Africa. Let me put it like that. So that is why we dey do this thing. So my people, as I dey call you now, make we team up together. Igbo people dey call am Obi. Make we team up together and let's build a stronger Nigeria. Let us team together and build a serene environment, especially where we dey live. Benin dey talk say, make I talk am for Benin. At the level, you say that Nakpa Warren where the Sobo Maria. What did that one mean? Let me literally translate it. You must repair, you will repair where you dey, where before you come out. Make the place where you did not go spoil for your hand. So let us begin to do our best, and our best I'm very sure is going to be enough, because if we do it collectively, there's no way we know. If they say make all of us sweep this room, only one person go sweep am, it not go good. But if all of us join hands together, and a small portion we go do now, at the end of the day we have a very good play. So my people will come your way again as we get somebody on board where we will discuss with again. And make a quick remind all of us, say my chief priest is not here, but he listen to me now. I care a lot about him, and seniors are here too. That's another superb man where we say with the team together to build. And we could not forget, say the man behind the scene, Mega Point, you know, saying that they were from the regional, and there's somebody where they vibrate for the space when we are live. DJ Dick Festus, and of course we have Dandy that is growing up now, and we want to make we come up to speed to fit the managing situation. So my people, if you now they celebrate birthday today, we wish you all the best. Every job everybody they do, make una do and well. God will bless all of you. Make una not forget, say our telescope capture Isaac Limaswagbon all the way in Atlanta in America. He come connect Nigeria. God bless you.
Are you looking for a professional sound equipment? Do you desire durable accessories? Are you looking for a professional audio and visual studio? Then worry no more. At Mega Point, we have in stock professional and durable speakers, piano, microphones, combos, electric and bass guitars, mixer, drums, percussions and accessories. We also offer the best in musical video production, event coverage, photography and many more. Locate us now at Mega Point Conglomerate, Via Stradella 229 and 2318 Torino, Italy. Call us on +390 1120 3422. Email us on megapointtv@gmail.com. You can also visit our website at www.megapointtv.com.